Welcome to the Really Dad Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Ryan. Man, it's so funny seeing before and after. Uh, when we start the camera, we're both like, "Come alive."
Oh
How
yeah.
you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm just a little tired boy.
Yeah, me too, man. The sick bug finally came to our house. We got to visit, man.
Good. Honestly, you deserve it.
I don't see
Just
why,
kidding.
man. We've been doing good. We've been taking our vitamins. And what's the step? What's Hulk Hogan's mantra? Take your vitamins, say your prayers, lift your weights, or whatever it is. I can't
Oh, I
remember,
don't know.
but
Never heard that. That's a good one.
oh yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, man. So. I got I had to drive on Sunday back from the UP sick. That
Oof.
was that was fun. So I've it just won't go away. I'm just like tired like, the
You
whole
got it
day.
during traveling.
I know that's exactly where I got it from. So and then my daughter woke up and she's like, "Dad, I don't feel good." Blah.
Oh yeah. You got the same thing everybody's getting.
Yeah. So luckily she only threw up once though, but she's been down and out the whole yesterday. So
Oof.
yeah. How are you doing, man? Yeah, I feel like it's been forever since we talked.
I'm good. I'm good. I
Everybody healthy?
Yeah, everybody's doing good health wise. Man, I
That's
feel
good.
like it's been months since everybody's been like everyone simultaneously has felt okay. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's great. Everybody's feeling good, and we're all Gucci.
No Gucci. Oh man, you've been hanging out with kids too long, man. You using words like Gucci.
Yeah, man. I hope my kid doesn't use Gucci because I can't afford it. I don't
Yeah,
even
can I?
want her to know what that is.
Yeah, we don't speak those words in our house. Shh,
Yeah,
talking about Gucci.
you can say things like, "Oh, I'm feeling Old Navy today," or we
Yeah,
can do that.
uh, American Eagle or something. Yeah,
Oh yeah, we're feeling
twenty
very
percent
American
off at the
Eagle today.
Columbia. Yeah, feel 20% off at the Columbia store today. uh,
Yeah, I'm feeling Tanger Outlet today.
yeah. Oh man. But weekend was good.
Yeah, yep, everything was good. Um, I felt like I was having like a little bit of a midlife crisis, but other than
Get
that,
into it.
what's that?
So let's get into it. What's crisising you these days?
Um, hmm, you know, I think the biggest thing is like I feel like I have this voice screaming at me, telling me you're not living your life the right way. You're not doing what you're supposed
Okay.
to do. I think it's because I fought for, my basically half of my life. I've been a fighter, and now
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm not quitting, but I just haven't had a fight, and
Yeah.
I'm, being a stay-at-home dad and stuff like that, and I think because I'm not fighting and I don't have a fight, I have a lot of time to think, and I'm thinking about all these things I never had to think about before because I've always been in a fight camp. Just thinking
Yeah.
about life and how much we got left and all that stuff, and our short time here, and
Yep.
I don't know. I think I just been thinking a lot about uh my time here and if I'm doing the right thing, and it just
Yeah.
I had to freak out.
Yeah, that happens. I don't know if it happened, but I can empathize with you. I've had those moments where I'm like, am I doing this all correctly? Am I focused on the right thing at the right time? Am I, and then you started to get into, like you said, this short time that we have on this rock, and it's like, oh man, like I mean, at best we have another 50 years in us, which everybody's like, well, 50 years is a lot. It's like, but we've already burned through 35.
Yeah.
So, so
Yep.
it's, yeah, man, I get it. Are you, is it, I guess so normally you're in a fight camp, you have something to work toward. Is it because, obviously it's because that's not there, but are you thinking of the pivot now of like a post career of fighting?
No, I'm not. I want to fight still. You know what I mean? It's
Mm.
like I feel like something in my DNA is telling me you need to fight. You know what I mean? And I don't know
Yeah,
if it's because I feel like that's who I am that I need to fight, or if I
yeah,
or if I just need something because I always need something to be extremely competitive. You know what I
yeah.
mean? If I do something, I think we've talked about this before. If I do something, I have to try to be the best in the world at it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And that's
that makes sense.
can be super toxic if I'm doing the wrong thing, right?
Yeah, yeah, for
I don't
sure.
wanna be the best drinker down at the local pub, you know? But
Nobody likes that guy.
I have that addictive personality.
Yeah,
Um, and I don't know, I just feel like I'm so good at it, right? I'm just so good at it, and it seems
yeah.
seems a shame, a pity to not pursue it, uh, still. You know what I mean?
Now, with your fight or your contract with the PFL, you can't take any smaller fights at a regional level just to like get a squeeze one in there, can you? Or no?
PFL never gave me a contract.
Oh,
they're just considering me, as an as for a fight later, you know what I mean? But they
okay,
didn't write me anything. I got
okay.
offered, what did I get offered? I got offered Rosenstruck, uh,
Ooh,
at Karate Combat, but
dude.
that was on February 28th, and I was like, "That's just not a time." Was that 8 days from now? I'm like, I was
Yeah. Oh, is that really recent that they called you for that?
yeah, it was 2 days ago, maybe?
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. That's a tight schedule.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't even know the weight. I probably can't make weight. I don't have the
yeah,
cardio for that, right? So, I've been training consistently, but,
yeah,
like, anaerobic cardio, I need at least, like, 3 weeks to build that up and feel comfortable
yeah,
about taking a fight. But yesterday, we started doing some anaerobic and just get ready in case something like that happens again. For whatever
yeah.
reason, my
Absolutely.
manager didn't like it. He's just like, you go to a place like that when your career is ready to die. You know what I mean? He's like, "You still have time to have
Yeah.
a day. I wouldn't do that." I was like, "Well, alright."
I just heard something interesting. Um, this has probably been a week or two ago, but apparently Bellator is shucking people, like they're purging people, and I'm wondering if they're gonna fold.
Bellator?
Have you heard anything like that?
Oh, I thought they were completely, I thought they were gone. They were absorbed by PFL.
Oh, okay. So that did hit. Okay. I'm a little late on all my fight news, man. I've been okay. So they did get absorbed by PFL.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I know people
Okay.
that were in, Bellator that were released. Let's see. I'm just gonna put his Bellator gone and see if I can
Well, in the
yeah.
meantime, if you want like a tune-up fight, I can get one of my other short friends and we'll little rascals. I'll hop on his shoulder, and then you can like hit me a few times and be like, "See, I'm ready to roll." It's just
You would do that?
I would do that for you, man.
Wow.
I mean, just when you hit me, don't make it full blast. I mean, this is the money maker in my situation. So if I lose my nose, I'm in trouble.
Makes sense, makes sense. Make you look
Can you
like,
imagine?
Voldemort. You got no nose.
Yeah. Can you imagine what that video would look like? Me in like the Shalong trench coat on somebody else's shoulders.
That'd be fun. I would just leg kick you
Oh,
or
it wouldn't
whoever
be
you
my
are.
legs, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
care.
you'd be falling from pretty high height.
Yeah, yeah, that would be
Y
the knockout as I hit the floor.
yeah, it says they're gone. They, as of January 15th, the
Okay,
Bellator brand is officially gone.
okay, all right. So I'm way behind on my news. And this is the problem. I don't know. I think since having the new baby, I've been in like this time warp where my buddy's like my one buddy from high school called me last week. He's like, "Where you been?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "We haven't talked in a while." I go, "I talked to you last week." He's like, "I talked to you 3 weeks ago." I was like, "Man, it's been a little while, man."
It's a blur.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's living in that little baby universe. All the kid, got everybody in our bed this morning because one
Oh, really?
daughter's sick and the baby was screaming. So my daughter, my wife gave her a bottle, and then I walked back up and they're all lined up like in a row. I was like, "Oh, that's cute."
That's cute. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
But
what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, your funeral home, buddy.
Oh, I
we,
thought you
we
were saying to my funeral. So after I kill you in this
yeah.
fight,
So your funeral, would you like yellow roses or black?
yeah, black roses.
Do they do that at funerals? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh,
That would be pretty. I mean, that'd be. I'm gonna request that for mine. Be like, can I just have all black? I want all black everything.
all black roses. Yeah, this is what he would have
Matte,
wanted.
matte black, if I can make it happen.
Yeah, I'll play Creed in the background.
Hell yeah, dude. Please, if I die early, figure out a way to play a Creed song at the end of my funeral.
Bro, if you die early, I'll do everything I can to get Creed to play live at your funeral.
My one dream in life. That would be awesome.
Standing over your
Oh,
body.
yeah. Oh, me now.
I'm 6 feet from the edge.
Which is, I guess, you're going 6 feet down, so that'd be a perfect
Yeah,
song for
it
it.
could be, yeah.
Oh shit. So anyway, my funeral home, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I saw this article, it was from last year, and I can't believe I didn't hear about it, but, like, this couple, um, they hid 100 there's 189 bodies, in this room, uh,
Whoa.
on their property, and they were pretending to be funeral home people that were cremating these the people's, loved ones, but they weren't cremating them, they were just storing them in this room, just
Oh,
filled with bugs, and the floor was just, like, just biomatter, and
oh,
yeah, and,
that's nuts.
they were giving the people concrete mix for their remains, their dust,
Oh,
the
that's
cremation dust.
crazy.
Yeah, I know,
Is
crazy.
was there not a contractor that looked at that and was like, "This isn't my dad"? Like,
Yeah.
dude, you know what I mean? Like, that's dude. You know, it's funny. And if you, is like I said, we will get my buddy on the podcast to talk about. He said he'd be happy to come on. But he hates stuff like that, or like the guy. You know, there's that old wives' tale of like, yeah, I saw the funeral home director walking out of the back room of where the bodies are, pulling up his pants, and he's like, dude, I hate all that
Oh
stuff.
my
Like,
god.
it's yeah, dude, there's some wild stuff. He's like, dude, it just, he goes, our profession is already creepy enough. He's like, I get it. Like people, when I tell people that I embalm, their eyes just light up. Like, seriously, you do that? It's like it's a. And he goes, I just any bad press that comes out, it just makes us look even worse. Like he was like, and you like if you talk to him in a bar, you would never know that that's his profession. He's just the most normal guy ever.
Wow. I'm gonna
And I've
call
met
him.
some people he worked with that are not. You'd be like, ooh, that dude's a little weird.
Yeah. That guy embalms people.
Yeah.
Um, what was I gonna say? Anyway, I thought that was really weird, and, what
Yeah.
I don't understand my question is, I I asked somebody else who's a funeral home director, or somebody
Hmm.
commented on my post, and he said that it only cost $200 to cremate somebody, which
Yeah.
means, like, you guys could have made out like bandits either way. You because the upcharge is
Yeah.
like $700 or something crazy, you know what I mean? Like, you get
Yeah.
a lot of money back. Just do it the right way.
Well, and did the article say why they were storing the bodies?
No, I just said that they were living lavish lifestyles, because all the money they were making.
That is wild. I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's something. I don't know. That's weird. That's
Yeah,
that's
but
very strange.
imagine, like, you sell that cremation at $1,000 a pop. Well, I guess it's still 189,000. It's not a ton of money, but
No, I
still
mean,
enough
but
to go on
that's not.
vacation and stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's not bad. I mean, if you parcel that off right, I mean, you're sitting about 80, $90,000 a year. That's not a bad living
Yeah, yeah, that's
for
true.
just taking the body and dumping it in a room and giving dust back. That's
They should just
not
yeah.
condoning it, but
You wanna go into business? Uh,
yeah, I got a great business venture for you.
they should just, like, burn the bodies in a bonfire or something, like, do
I
something,
mean, you'd
yeah.
think like do something, but those incinerators, I mean, they got to be hot to be able to burn through bone and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah, I made the joke that, I wonder when Traeger's gonna enter the space of cremation
The wood pellet
crematories.
grill.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I saw this meme that was like, at some point, uh, during cremation, the body is perfectly cooked.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, for cremation, there's got to be a cooking point that is acceptable. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, that is something else. I just, I don't know. Maybe, I guess I just don't have that in me to want to scam people, you know? Like, I don't understand the psychology of people like that.
I don't either. I don't either. You gotta be a sociopath, I feel like, because I just put myself in the person's shoes being scammed. All you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, I couldn't do it.
yeah.
And it's like, how many there's so many scams of like trying to get old people to buy something, you know what I
I
mean?
know,
Give your credit card information or whatever. It's
I
so
know.
weird.
The Nigerian prince needs help. It's like, what's the prince need help for? He's
Yeah.
a prince.
Get an email from Beyonce. She needs $1,000. She's in jail.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, well, and you know what? When I went through a point in my adult life where I lost my job and I was very, very, very poor, and and I not, I'm admitting this and I'm not happy about it, but I was stealing avocados from Meyer. I had a whole racket of how to steal avocados, and to this day I feel horrible about it. You
That's
know,
hilarious.
hey man, got to get my healthy fats in.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah, you
Avocados
buy.
destroy your mental health.
I wake up in cold sweats about it, man. It's tough.
The avocados.
Oh man, dude. So I sent you that post this morning of that Delta flight that rolled over
Yeah,
on the runway. They're offering the passengers 30 grand a piece for, you know, hey, here's 30 grand. Sorry about the horrible landing.
I know, and it doesn't take away their ability to sue either. So
Oh,
they don't have to sign anything about it that we won't sue. It's just like here's 30 grand. I don't know if it's just like, hey, look, we're cool. We gave you 30 grand. Don't sue us.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
If
yeah,
it's that
yeah.
kind of thing, if they're trying to look good to people, I don't know what the play is,
I
but
think that makes them look worse. I mean, did you look at that comment section? The
oh,
one
it's
guy's like, this
hilarious.
is $54 billion company.
Yeah,
They're offering people 30 grand.
give me a life traumatic experience and you're gonna buy me a Honda Civic. Yeah,
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
it's
Yeah,
funny.
dude, that's crazy. I mean, I've been in some dicey situations on planes, like obviously not like we're actually going to crash, but just in wild turbulence, and you're like, holy crap! Like, I just really hope this go doesn't go down. And that's scary enough, but like being in that plane when it flips over on the runway, it's like, holy shit. And
Yeah.
it
There hasn't been a single plane ever to crash because of turbulence.
really,
Really.
boy, it felt like on the plane we were just,
This is
it
the
was.
first one.
Yeah, yeah, that's all dude, and that would happen to me. The very first plane to crash because of turbulence would be me.
At least that's what James told me because he asked the pilot. And the pilot said that can't happen. Like this never happened before.
You talked to the pilot of that plane that rolled over?
No, no, no. Just a pilot of a
Oh,
random flight. Wasn't the,
oh, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, I was like, wow, James got some
no.
pull that we don't know about it.
Uh,
That's cool.
I was really shocked when I first heard about it because
Okay.
it said the plane flipped over and nobody died. I was like,
Hmm.
in my mind, what a flip over is like the nose hit the ground, it went boom, flipped.
Yeah,
I don't,
like that.
I don't know if you watched the video, but it just rolls.
Like they were playing Star Fox. They were doing a barrel roll coming
Do a barrel roll, yeah.
onto the
Rolling and flipping is
yeah,
really different to me. That's like I think flipping
yeah.
would have done a lot more damage to everybody. Rolling, I
I
mean,
mean that.
they knew they were gonna land anyway. They're already buckled
Yeah.
in. You know what I mean? They should be all strapped in.
I wonder. I wonder if the little mask came down. I want to. I wonder if anybody had footage from inside the plane.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like they probably do, but no one wants to release anything because
Yeah.
they intend on suing, so they don't want a bunch of stuff out there.
There's got to be some sort of class action lawsuit they're gonna put together for those passengers to like all be on one. You know what I mean? Like get them all under one group and have like a team of lawyers come in because go up against, I mean, you think a $54 billion company, they probably have some rock solid lawyers, so you would need a lot of money to be able to battle against that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about a class action because a class action is like, you have so many people around the world that you can't possibly bring together.
Oh, that's a
You have
good
to sign
point.
up for an email. You have all those people. You just like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
so I think that they probably make more money individually, or
Yeah.
just I don't know.
Yeah, I want, or you never know. There might be just a company who saw that happen and was like, we have a plan to make everybody money and us money too.
Yeah,
We'll just
yeah.
represent the passengers as a whole and just, you know, drop the hammer on them. Yeah, I don't know, man. All this plane stuff, and then the stuff with Boeing is still ongoing with their shitty planes and that quality engineer getting killed, and I guess they just said that the new Air Force One is not going to be ready until 2029 for Boeing because of some problems or whatever. I didn't get into the article. I just kind of saw the
Huh.
headline, kept scrolling. But this, you would think like if we had like buses, like Greyhound buses or like MTA buses crashing all the time, people would be, even more livid than they are now. For something much smaller, but it's like, oh, plane crashes, and everybody's like, oh, we're pissed, and it kind of just seems to. I mean, I'm sure the families and other people are having lawsuits out there for something, but like you never hear about that stuff. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I know, and like the legal system is so slow, dude, that like
Mhm.
you could start a some sort of lawsuit, and they might not get their money for it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Hmm.
Well, was anybody really like severely injured, or was it
There
just
were two
everybody?
people that were pretty badly injured, had bad injuries, and it didn't explain exactly what they had. I
Okay.
think it was a 60-year-old and a 40 some year old woman.
Ooh, that's
Um,
that's rough
what's it?
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What was I gonna? I was gonna look up something we were talking about. Oh, I probably won't be able to find it. I saw some article though that like was interesting that we're still trending downward for plane accidents over the last like 20, 50 years or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just being because everybody's talking about it and it's newsworthy that so much articles are coming out.
Yeah,
But there's been more plane accidents over the years than there have been last year, and even this year we're already still trending downwards for plane accidents.
yeah. Which that's good. And we live in such a highly publicized world that like anything is going to get news. And um, in fact, my I was talking to my brother-in-law because he was in the Air Force and he's been learning to fly planes on and off, in his civilian time, and he's trying to finish up his certification so he can actually like fly on his own. And he was telling me that one that collided the other week in the air with a helicopter.
Mhm.
He said that when he listened to the audio and they were talking about it, is the plane that they were approaching. He thinks what happened is the helicopter was looking at a plane that was coming behind him, the other
Oh,
plane. So he didn't see the plane that was coming here that he was going to collide with. He was looking at this plane, saying, "Yeah, no, I see it. We're going to be okay." And they're like, "No, are you sure you see the plane?" He's like, "Yeah, I see it."
oh,
Yeah. But
crazy.
I had also read that helicopter on several occasions was unmanned, but I don't know if that was the case in this particular crash.
You saying a woman was driving?
No, 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 no. Dude, that is all over the internet right now. These unmanned flights. It's it's not that women aren't capable of being able to fly, but like when you see the pictures of some of these flight crews, they look like they're in high school. Like if I walked on that plane and saw that, I'd be like, "How old are you? Let me see your ID. Are you old
Yeah,
enough to even drink yet?" Like they just look
yeah.
so young. Maybe it's just we're getting older, but
I have to find this video. It's a real video,
okay,
from like I don't know, it's like the 50s or something like that. It's an old video,
okay.
but they're telling this guy that his pilot is a woman, and he's like, "What?" He's just like so like, "What?" And one of the girls, the what do you call them, the stewardess. She
Yeah, yeah.
they were telling her, and she's like, "Wow, like I'm willing to try if you are." It was just like so
It's unheard of. This is
yeah,
crazy.
it was just so crazy that woman's gonna fly the plane. Is
Dude, so you know who she is, Alex, my ex.
yeah,
When we were dating, this particular gym that we'd work out with, there was a guy there who I knew quite well from just childhood, and my brother played sports with his kids and everything, and Alex told him that in high school that she used to do pole vault, and he was like a huge athlete back in the day, and he just his eyes just like he was like, you did what? She's like, yeah, I did pole vault in high school. And he's like, they let women do that? And we're like, this is like 2011, right? He's like, they
uh-huh.
let women do that? And she's like, yeah, like the women have been doing pole vault for a long time. He's like, wow, I mean, just that's crazy. In high school, they never let girls do that. It's like, like, yeah, man, they're breaking ground on new things here.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
dude,
know. It's
speak.
like,
Oh, God.
oh, I was just thinking like how crazy it is. Um, like they didn't let women vote until like really, really in the grand scheme of things, grand scheme of things, pretty recently.
Yeah. And are we sure that was the best decision? I'm just kidding. But misogynist. No, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely
See
kidding.
the
But
year.
because it was 50s, 40s. I can't remember when the women's rights. I don't know. I don't know what you call it, women's rights movement or the. But I mean, it's pretty recently. I mean, it's less than 100 years ago that they were
The
able to vote.
19th Amendment is what it was.
Okay.
Passed by Congress 19, I think it's 19, was it 1920s?
Oh, maybe it was a little further than I thought. Okay, so but still, I mean, only 100 years. You got to think our nation's only been around for 200 and some odd. You know, I mean, that's still half the time women couldn't vote, pretty much.
That doesn't seem right. I think, what year could women vote in the U.S.? Maybe it was 1920. Uh,
I thought it was later than
it
that,
was
but
much later. Interesting.
yeah. Well, okay, so I mean, about 100 years they've been able to vote, but that's still, I mean, if you think about it, that's crazy. I mean, there's people on this planet who are 100 years old.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Pretty
It's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy to think. It's crazy to think that it's only been 100 years. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like they were just not seen as I don't like so weird. Like there's like lesser beings. Maybe they like could. I
yeah.
don't know why. What the reason was why they couldn't vote.
I don't know. At some point in time, I've looked that all up. Dude, it's funny how much you read over the course of your life and how much you forget of what you read.
You know what's even crazier is people of color, men, were
Mhm.
allowed to vote in 1870.
Oh, okay. Oh, why
Before
did I
women.
think?
I mean, just crazy, dude. Not that I think you know what I'm trying to say. I just mean like
Yeah, no, I got
a
it. I
country
got it.
that just a country that
Oh man.
like enslaved these people and just made them. It's just
Yeah,
crazy to me how lowly people of color were seen, but they got to vote before women.
I know that is really crazy. Well, and you think too that they could vote before women, but they had to have separate classrooms, separate everything up until that point. It's like, so
Oh,
black people can vote or black men can vote, but they can't drink out of the same water fountain. Crazy.
yeah, it's so crazy, man. We might have
Oh
to.
man.
I feel like I feel like these dates are wrong. I might be looking. I might be bad googling, but
Well,
if
look
they're
it
wrong,
up.
I wish Jen was down here because Jen she knows all that stuff.
She'd be right on it.
Beep boop beep. It was the year 19. Yeah, 100%.
We need a fact checker,
She's the knower of things.
dude. That's really funny. We talk about getting older and you know or forgetting more than we read. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
Um, I had a getting older moment, a moment of realization yesterday, and I was like, I have to tell Josh about this because this kind of weighs into something that we've talked about before. Um, but Andrea sent me a shopping list, and I went to Meijer, and I had my bag of cans to take back. I'm going through my Meijer app. I'm clipping coupons. I'm using my rewards points to get money back, and it just dawns on me. I'm like, I like grocery shopping. I love grocery shopping. Like I like to
What?
do the act of like saving a buck. And not that like we have our stuff that we buy that that like I'm not going to try to find something cheaper. Like there's certain things like this is what we buy and I'll never get a deal on it. But like I saved $36 through cans and rewards points yesterday and I was like $36. That's a tank of
It's just
gas for my.
that's a lot, bro.
Yeah, dude, I was so excited about it too. And I was like, when did I cross this threshold of like this is my grown-up hobby is to grocery shop and find deals. Like this is sad.
You're yeah, bro. You're an extreme couponer.
Dude. Well, no.
Imagine. Oh no,
No, no,
no.
I'm not that far. No, no.
Imagine you working your job where you're going and buying shopper. What is that called? Shipper, shopper,
Yeah,
shop,
yeah. Instacart is what the one
Instacart,
I do, but
Instacart.
yeah, there's plenty of them out there.
You working for Instacart and you're couponing for these people. You're saving them money, dude. They would be
Oh, I know.
tickled pink.
Dude,
They
well,
love it.
there's
Stop by
sometimes I
their house,
do.
get their cans first.
Yeah, hey, hey, let me come get your recyclables real quick.
Yeah,
Oh man,
get a
dude,
scrap metal.
I'll put it towards your bill. Oh man, dude, it is wild though. I got home and I made sure I showed Andrea the receipt, and she was like, "Wow, that's a good job." I was like, "Got a money saver over here, babe." Dude, going through and looking at produce, and I'm like, "Oh, this is a better avocado than that one." It's just, I don't know, man. I don't like I said, I've been struggling with this over the past day of like, when did this threshold come to be where I've just, I don't know. It used to be such a task
That's
where I
insane.
hated it. Man, do you have
You know what
anything
I
like
like to
that where
do?
you're like, okay, yeah, I was just gonna ask.
I like to, I gotta think about it more because I might have some other weird stuff that I really like to do. But like, I like getting healthy food, like I don't know what is like organic, and
Yeah,
I'm sure some of it might be bullshit, but something about buying healthy organic food and like cooking it into a meal makes me feel like I'm an
mm-hmm.
accomplished dad.
I
I'm a
did.
healthy boy.
Kids are eating healthy. Yeah, dude, I know what you mean. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's got to be something be with being a parent too. Well, and that's the other thing too is when I can find, especially when like something is on the list and it's Andrea didn't necessarily put, hey, look for the organic, and I find it in organic and it's only a buck more. It's like, okay, I can sacrifice a buck for organic. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit more willing to get organic because I didn't really understand what like the GMO. I didn't understand that stuff, but I
yeah.
realized that like these seeds. Did I tell you about this last time? About
I
like
don't think so.
the seeds are engineered, like bioengineered, to withstand Roundup, and that's how these plants can be sprayed with Roundup and kill the bugs, but not
Yeah.
affect the plants. But the problem is it sticks on the fruit or in the vegetables, and we don't have that resistance to it, right? It's not
Yeah.
good for us, so we're just straight
Yeah.
up eating Roundup, the stuff that kills bugs.
Yep.
So
That's that whole
that's
Monsanto's thing.
what's that?
I said that's that whole Monsanto's thing.
What's that?
Monsanto's was a big like factory farm, and they got popped for spraying Roundup and using too much of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Um, oh, sorry, go
now
ahead.
this might be big. big farming, but I've also read that certain like GMO foods um, are actually okay as far as like, hey, they've taken this pheromone out of the plant, so it is bug resistant, so we don't have to spray it anymore. So I know that there is a little bit of that
Oh,
around, but it's just like, okay, well,
you
which one's
you can
which?
look it up. Yeah, yeah, you can look it up which ones you should buy organic and ones you don't have to, because some stuff like an avocado, I don't think you have
Yeah,
to buy organic because of the shell, right? You
yeah,
don't eat the shell, and
yep,
it's thick, and
yep.
it's nothing seeping into it.
My so my brother-in-law who's becoming a doctor, he kind of did a deep dive on organic because everybody in my wife's family is super organic and he said realistically the ones that you really want to buy organic is stuff that are like heavy fat content like milk or creamer or anything like that. He goes because of the way um, certain chemicals that are used to like either pasteurize or to spray on the plants, it's the way the fat's absorbed. You'd have to talk to him. It's a much deeper dive into how like it affects you cellularly, but he's like, yeah, fats are actually the most important ones to buy organic.
Hmm, yeah, that's
So
interesting. Which
yeah,
which would be, I mean, I don't know, is avocado super fatty, but I don't know if that would mean avocado would be
I,
well to get
I
organic.
I'd have to ask him again because, like I said, he did a deep dive into it one time, and he was like, yeah, he goes after there's certain things he goes it doesn't really matter if you buy it organic or not, and so then we kind of broaden our horizon of like, okay, here we're gonna make sure we buy these specific things organic, and this one if we can't get it organic, then it's no big deal.
Bro, here's how we're gonna go forward with this podcast. We're gonna pick some subjects, and we're gonna become masters on them, and we're gonna deliver information here. I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
look
become
up
the
this.
information podcast.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when you listen to something, you wanna get some information, right?
Oh, absolutely,
You wanna learn
absolutely,
something. I'm gonna become
absolutely.
an expert on organic foods, and I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna present some information that is factual,
Okay, I like it.
and we will learn together.
Hey, that's fine with me. I'm always about learning. See, the problem is when I do learn something, I retain about 50% of it. And then I'm like, what was that other 50%? There's probably something key in that information that I needed to remember. But
Yeah, that's something key.
I'm missing something completely.
That's funny.
Oh man. Um, yeah, man. It's and then I've also heard things about organic of like, that the organic farming is actually making it worse for farmers because they have to spend so much more time with their crop. But it's like, isn't that the whole point? Is like you're trying to deliver us the best food that we can consume?
I think that yeah, but I think that the profit margins for farming are very low, and I think
Yeah,
that, you know, I don't know all of them, but like corn in particular, they
yeah,
get subsidized by the United States, by the
yeah,
country, to produce it because it wouldn't make enough money growing corn.
yeah.
It's
Well,
very
and I was thinking about this yesterday because my truck has the capability to take E85 ethanol.
the yeah.
And I actually, it's great as far as when you have to fill that truck up. You know what it's like having a truck. I got a 30-gallon tank, and you're watching
Uh-huh.
that price go up, and you're like, oh shit, now this is going to be a big bill. But with the 85 ethanol, everybody's like, well, it burns faster. This, that. I don't actually notice. If it does, it's maybe, I lose 10 gallons, or not 10 gallons, 10 miles out of my whole tank. You know what I mean? It's not enough for me to actually care when I'm paying like, you know, when I get like a third reduction in my gas bill.
Yeah. My old truck used to be that EcoBoost that had that,
Yeah.
but this one doesn't.
Well, and I've also heard that farmers are also paid to destroy a lot of their corn crop because we have so much of it in the United States. It's like, why are we not pumping that into the E85 then? Because you know what I mean? Like, I, if we have so much excess, then one, we could export it, or two, let's use it for fuel.
Really, there's too many, I guess, all in the
That's what,
center of the country.
yeah. I mean, and that's what I've heard. I'd have to. You look up organic. I'll look up corn.
Yeah, look up cord.
We'll figure that out. I'll get into the corn business for us.
Reminds me of that kid's like, I like corn.
Yeah. Oh, great. I'm turned into that adult. I'm the
Yeah.
corn guy. I know everything about it, bro. Andre and I have been talking, and so I got some trees to clear this year. I've had like three of them fall down this winter just from due from the weight, and they were getting old. But I got to take out a couple more, and we're gonna put a chicken coop in this spring. And you have chickens, right? All
Yeah,
right,
I got them. I got them chickens.
all right. I need to come out and take a look at your coop and see what you're doing because
Oh,
I had
bro,
a
my chicken coop is the cat's meow, the caddy. And
the caddy
if
chicken
you're gonna
coop.
build one like this, you're gonna spend top dollar. And I only
Did
know that because
did you
I made
build
a
it?
huge mistake. I built it.
Okay.
I made a huge mistake, and I went to Home Depot so many times, and I made this thing way too sturdy, I guess.
Okay. Well, hey
But you
man,
look at it.
you got the Taj Mahal chicken coops, man.
Oh, 100%. Chickens are living high on the hog, bro. They love it.
Do you do you how do you feed them? Do you just let them peck around the yard and then give them some supplemental food, or how does that usually work for you?
Yeah, I let them I let them graze the whole yard, right, to eat
Okay.
bugs and all that stuff. I exactly. I just give them supplemental. So I put
Okay.
the cord in the feeder. They can eat it if they want, or they could go around the
Go
yard.
find some grubs or
But
whatever.
obviously, wintertime there's no bugs, so I got to eat corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I get like some sort of like I go to the Howell Granary and I get
Okay.
they get like a special mix of for chickens. It's like corn and grain and whatever.
Nice. Okay.
But they love it.
All right. We're gonna have a date where I come over and you
Oh
can
yeah.
teach me all about chickens and my daughter is pumped. She's like, "Yes, baby chicks." And I was like, "Yeah." Well, and I gotta
Okay, first thing I'll teach you is well, by the way, I have an incubator, so if you wanna hatch eggs, you can 100% do that,
oh,
but and
I gotta
it's
focus on keeping I gotta
what's that?
focus on keeping live ones alive before I jump into the incubator situation. No,
It's fun, it was really fun for Eva. Actually,
I bet.
they hatched the day Piper was born,
Oh, that's
so
pretty cool.
it was like a lot of new life in the world, right? Uh, and it was cool for Eva to be here and watch them hatch
That's cool.
in the incubator, but the thing with incubating them is, and no
Mhm.
one told me, is half of them chickens are gonna be roosters, and you can't
Oh,
have a bunch of roosters, not
no.
because, even if you're in the country, because they fight each
Yeah.
other, they're they're just pissed. They'll fight you. Uh, it scratched one of them scratched, Eva up, like, really bad, chased her down. She was, like, feeding him
Oh,
french
geez.
fries. You know what I mean? She went out there to give him extra french fries, and they
What a
loved it.
dick. I mean, what rooster is gonna eat a French fry and then get pissed? What
I know it's like it wasn't getting him fast enough or something, and he just attacked her. Just
man, that's crazy.
I know, and then we
Is that the one you had to
no, that was another one, but uh, I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, we did get rid of this one. There were
okay.
2. I was thinking about the other one. I was going to tell you a story about how I had to cull. It's the chicken way of saying
Oh
cold
yeah.
blood murder.
Cold
Um,
blood murder.
but this chicken was funny because uh hold on, I'm trying to think. We told Eva we didn't want to tell Eva that we murdered the chicken, so we told her that we sent the rooster to a rooster anger rehabilitation center where he will now live amongst other angry roosters. And
That's fantastic.
yeah,
We sent him to
and
the farm.
yeah, he went to the big anger management farm in the sky
Oh man.
or in this below the ground, whatever
Now,
the real breeds
can
are.
you eat the roosters? I'd imagine
You,
their meat's probably
so
a little
you
stringy.
can. There's different kinds of chickens though, because you have meat chickens and you
Yep.
have the chickens that are for eggs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if a rooster is too old, well, roosters are like a little bit tougher
Yeah.
anyway, but if they get older, they're pretty tough. And
Okay.
if it's a certain kind of rooster, it doesn't have a lot of meat on it to begin with. So
Oh, okay.
I didn't butcher them to get the meat just because it was going to be like not tender, and it wasn't gonna be
Yeah.
very much of it. So I just didn't want to mess with the whole process of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Um,
I don't blame you.
but I threw it out in the weeds, and the dogs went and found it, and they drug it back up. No,
Oh crap.
let it go.
He's supposed to be at anger management. Leave him
He's
there.
anger
Oh man.
The first one that I called, because I looked it up, like the humane way to do it, and the best way to do it is like bend their head back and just give it a little pop. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
okay.
it just like dislocates like their neck, and they just go. They just that's it. You know what I mean?
Man.
Um, but I don't know. It just didn't work out exactly like the instructional, and I'm like, I'm. Ring, ring, ring. I'm pulling on this thing, dude. I'm trying to pop his head off, dude. And this thing is just screaming at me.
Oh
And I did it
no.
way too close to the coop, I think. It was night, but
Uh,
the chickens have never looked at me the same since.
dude,
They just I just don't have the same relationship with my chickens anymore, and it's because they heard me outside of the coop choking the chicken.
it's really affecting our family.
Yeah, but that's I'm
Oh
saying it's
man.
a joke, 100% true. They're really
I
skeptical around me now.
I would be. I mean, it's heard you murder one of their own. This dude's unhinged. We got to be on our best behavior.
Yeah, yeah. Keep an eye on them.
Do, do you have any problems with other animals trying to get at them, like coyotes or anything like that?
No, but I
Okay.
think it's because we have dogs that are just like pissing all over the yard.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hair, piss. Animals are
Yeah.
just like, ugh,
Yeah. We
stay
had
away.
one coyote come into our backyard not too long ago, and I couldn't get I didn't get my gun fast enough to shoot him because I have a zero tolerance policy for those sort of things in my yard. And just because I'm like, if my daughter's ever out there playing and this thing, I don't know if it's sick because it was out during the day and they're mostly night hunters. And I'm
Yeah,
like, man, is this thing sick? I don't want to send my daughter out there because we can see like from our kitchen window, my wife can just turn and look and see what's going on out there. So she can monitor. And I'm just like, man, I don't want these coyotes around. So then he came back and I had my gun and I met him around the other side of the house and I was maybe 10 yards from him and I couldn't pull up for a shot because my neighbor's house was in the background. So God forbid I miss. I don't want to send a bullet through John's wall. And but we had this moment where we locked eyes and I think it was he knew that like I shouldn't be here and I haven't seen him since and it's been like 3 4 weeks, so I think he knew that, hey, next time you come back you're toast, bro.
that's hilarious. I
Yeah.
I almost I almost said I meant to say, oh, he might have rabies, but I
Yeah.
don't know. My brain switched it in my head to diabetes. He does have diabetes.
He's looking for some insulin, man. Help him out.
Please, I don't have an insulin shot.
I'm sorry, man, I'd love to help you. I'm just gonna have to shoot you now.
He's got diabetes. Don't shoot him.
I shoot him with a dart that has insulin in it.
He's like, thank you, brother.
Oh, oh, that's so ridiculous. Oh man. Oh, I didn't. Many people don't know diabetes is rampant among the coyote community.
Yeah, the yotes.
Oh shit, that's really funny. Oh
They're
man.
always looking for a tasty treat in your yard.
Oh man. Well, then I'm also worried about my cat. I have a cat he lives in our garage and man, he does a great job of killing all the small rodents and stuff around our house. I mean, we don't have snakes, we don't have, mice or shrews or any. I mean, there's no creepy crawlers around us. He's even snatched a few rabbits, which is usually an ordeal because he brings them
What?
into the garage and half the body's here, half the body's there. He's a fucking
Caught
murderer,
a
man.
rabbit, dude? What an assassin.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, he's caught two in our time. Yeah. He's fought off a coyote, or not a coyote, but he's fought off a raccoon. A raccoon got in our garage and started eating his food. Dude, he fucked that raccoon up, dude. My cat had a big old cut on his head. I had to like put some Neosporin on him and like make sure he wasn't gonna get sick.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, he's
Cat is
straight
battle
savage,
hard.
man. Dude,
I
he's battle tested.
I
He
had
might have more scars on his face than you.
I had a cat like that,
Yeah,
and he always went outside to fight, but we lived in
yeah.
town, and He got SIDS and died from fighting.
SIDS?
Like, it's cat AIDS. Wait, SIDS?
Oh,
No, FIDS.
No, SIDS is something else. SIDS is something else.
It's yeah. We don't talk about that.
Yeah,
FIDS,
yeah, yeah.
feline
SIDS.
immune. Yeah, FIDS. AIDS for
Interesting.
cats. Yeah,
Damn. You sure you just wasn't
he
messing
got
around with the wrong
SIDS.
cat? You got SIDS.
Yeah,
Like,
he
ooh, I
might
don't
have
know.
been. Yeah,
Might have just been
got
got AIDS.
he got AIDS.
Oof, that's. I'm trying not
I
to.
know.
I have a
Don't
lot of.
don't you laugh.
Hey, nope,
I
nothing.
love that
Nothing's
cat.
funny.
Don't you laugh at his AIDS.
Oh no. Oh, there's so many things I could say right now. Um. Anyway, so cat. I didn't know cats. Well, do you know? Do you know a good majority of koalas have? I believe it's chlamydia.
Chlamydia? Yep, I
Yeah,
did know that.
they have their own form of chlamydia, which is
Wish
crazy.
I
I
would
mean,
have
like,
known that before I went to Australia.
some people come back with some stuff.
Yep,
It
I
happens,
had
man.
no idea.
Did you know? Now, I will say, from what I've heard, and I could be corrected. I don't want to say this is factual anymore. I've been burned on that before, but I've heard that there is something in the gay community called bug chasing. Have you heard this?
No.
They're actively looking to find a partner with something. They call it bug chasing,
Was something?
like a disease of sorts, whether it be like an STD.
Oh, why would they do that?
I don't know. It's called bug chasing. I mean, to me, it sounds horrible. I'm not out there, you know. I wouldn't specifically go to look to find a partner with some sort of STD, but apparently that is a thing, or at least that's what I
Are you
heard. I
are
don't
you
know.
trying to say that gays are sleeping with koalas?
I
Is
didn't
this
want to
around
break
the
the news. I didn't want to break the news. We have a rampant thing here in the U.S. of gay men flying to Australia to be with koalas, and I
Is
think
that
it's something
real?
that needs. No, no, the koala.
Bro, you said it so straight faced.
No, no, not koalas. Look it up, dude. It's called bug chasing. It's like an actual thing of. It's like a
It's really
challenge,
interesting.
and
I'll look it up. That's crazy.
yeah, I was like, I didn't. I don't know. I just never would have thought in my single days to go try to find something like
Get
that.
something? I
Yeah,
know. I was always afraid of it.
I'm not looking to to have a challenge.
Honestly, I thought that it was much more rampant in the world, but I've never gotten anything.
No, no, me either. Me
Crazy.
either. Been tested before. Probably shouldn't have said that. No,
I don't
I
think
actually,
you're tested.
I had a completely unrelated to any sort of uh, STD or anything like that, but ended up getting a UTI, but but they
Got
were
one of
like,
those.
they were like, well, it could be chlamydia. I'm like, I can promise you where I'm at in my life, it's not chlamydia. And they're like, well, we still have to check you. And so obviously the test came up for no chlamydia, and they're like, well, we need to make sure you don't have something wrong with your prostate. I go, I can promise you there's nothing wrong with my prostate. And they're like, well, I mean, we have to do our due diligence. So I'm like, okay. So I ended up having to have a prostate exam too. In that,
What?
and they were like, okay, it's just a UTI. I'm like, so we went through all this to then get medicine for something that I told you. I'm like, I have a UTI, and they're like, we're not still sure. I'm like, so
They
yeah,
thought you were they thought you were gay.
no, they didn't think they didn't think I was gay. At least I don't think so. That is
I got a
the
UTI, and you know what they gave me? Just some amoxicillin, that's it.
yeah. I'm like, hey, like I know what this is. They're like, they were like, you're probably right, but we have to do our due diligence. We know that
Wow.
college kids are out there doing it. I'm like, promise you, I'm not out there doing anything. I don't have one, I don't have time to do that. And
Uh-huh,
two, I'm with a girl that nothing's even happening. So I don't know where I would have picked up chlamydia or anything like that.
uh-huh. How old are
So
you?
2020?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
way before I needed a prostate exam, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Much before that. All right. I'll,
Honestly,
I'll
I like getting them. I asked them not to put me down. I go in weekly.
weekly. Can you imagine? Josh is here again.
It's weekly prostate exam. He never lets us put him to sleep.
He's just looking for a feeling out there.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one?
No,
It's
I'm scared of it.
it's not. It doesn't hurt, but you definitely know something's back there. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, you are awake?
Oh yeah.
I thought you were
You,
asleep.
you're thinking of a colonoscopy,
Oh, what did you say it was?
prostate exam. It's where the doctor sticks his finger in your pooper.
I thought that was a colonoscopy.
No, colonoscopy is they go up there with a camera
Oh, okay.
because they got to go way deeper into the
Gee,
colon.
this guy put his finger up your ass
Yeah.
while you
Yep.
were awake?
Yep. Yep.
That
Hey, I think by 40 you have to have one.
what?
Yeah. Yeah. They got to make sure the
What is
prostate
he
isn't.
looking for? I can check. Tell me what I'm looking for.
Well, I think they just make sure that they just because it's in like your butt area, so they just pop it in there and they push on it to make sure that it's not inflamed or anything.
Why'd you do that? He
I
does
don't
that?
know. I don't know. I just assume that's what they're doing in there. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't go rummaging around in places like that. I'm not sure. So I don't
Imagine
know.
going to school to be the guy. You say, hold up.
No, I'm good. No,
Oh,
we can. Yeah.
imagine being the guy going to school to do that.
I don't know. I don't know. I'd assume you fall into that sort of medicine after a while. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there. Maybe, somebody's dad had colon cancer and they're like, I want to
Oh,
help protect people, but I, yeah, I don't know what the, no, it was just one finger. Just one, just one, at least as far as I can tell. Yeah. Um, yeah, man, it's, feel, feel a bit awkward now. I'm gonna have to zip up a little bit. Um, Yeah, dude, it's strange though. These eventually you'll have to do it for insurance purposes. You got to have the prostate
when
exam.
you went in, did you know that he was going to do that?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Did you? Ooh, did you do any prep, like cleaning your butthole?
Oh yeah, dude, I came in. I mean, you you could have eaten off my butt. It was so clean. I didn't want to say that out loud. Yeah, dude, it was. Oh man, I hope my wife doesn't listen to this one. Uh, yeah, dude. Well, and what made it really awkward is the doctor kind of reminded me of one of my uncles, and I was
Uh,
just like, oh man,
before or after he put his finger in you?
I mean, before, or easy tread light. um, but ooh, um, you should have clarified that before that came out of my mouth. But he was like really cool about the whole thing because I don't because as we like before this, he had to do this. Like we talked, I'm like, Doc, I don't need this. He's like, yeah, I know you probably don't. He goes, for you to have a prostate issue, you would have to be pretty sick. And I was like, okay. He's like, this is just a check that we have to do. And I'm like, ugh. And he's like, I'm gonna go get the grease. I'll be right back. Did it just like that. I was like,
Oh,
all right. And that's hey man. It's like a 10-second thing and you're on your way. The problem is they don't give you a good enough towel to wipe yourself up afterwards. So like the whole day my cheeks are like sliding really quickly as I'm walking because there's just I mean, I like I said, not
well,
not
you
something
were running at that time. Hopefully, he gave you some high speed
I know,
grease,
dude. I had to go to I
some
literally had to
nice
go to
easy
practice
stuff.
right afterwards. And so the whole time I'm running, like my legs just felt there was no friction.
Probably helped.
Never know.
You're getting
I
the best times ever. They're like, how
I
did you
told you
do it?
I have to grease up next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We'll have to the day that you have to have a prostate exam is the day after we'll do a podcast because I'll have to hear your experience with it because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it's a strange happening, man. You just don't want to do it again anytime soon. That's for sure.
So you didn't like it.
No, no,
Okay.
no. No, it's funny as a young man, you never truly need confirmation that you don't like the other or you don't like the same sex, but I got full confirmation that there was never going to be any of that happening.
Did you tell your dad it happened?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, hey dad, I had. He's like, that's crazy. He's like, I hate those things. I was like, yeah. My dad had I believe it's called ulcerative colitis. He still has it, but it's like managed now. But dude, that man has every form of camera shoved up his butt to make sure he didn't
Oh,
have
really?
colon cancer. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. He was for a while he was getting like scoped every like 6 months to a year.
Dang. Oof, man.
Yeah, yeah,
That's scary.
yeah. It was really scary. So yeah, it's things going up the poop chute. Not my thing. My thing. But speaking, hey, do you want to jump into the word of the day? Can we just get off this topic? I want to talk about anything other than this.
Do it. I've been waiting. I don't know why you're still talking about it.
You're the one talking about butt grease, bro.
No, this is your conversation, buddy.
Yeah, you're the captain of this one. Um, oh man, I can't believe that's going to go on the internet. Um, all right, so first off, did you slide in acquiesce last week at all?
Yeah, I tried to change it. I said acquiescely or something like that, and
Okay.
Jen's like, he's like,
Got caught.
okay,
Got
yeah,
caught.
yeah, got caught
Uh,
exactly.
dude,
I was like, it was our word of the day. I was just trying.
yeah, she's like, you failed bad.
Yeah.
Um, I actually slid mine in. We were talking about income tax up at my, up with my family this week, and um, I was talking about because income tax at one point we were only supposed to be charged up to like 7%, and now it's up to like 30 some percent in some cases. And so I was like, and you know what? And we just sit and we just acquiesce to this because we've never had any pushback, and it went in so smooth. Everybody was
It
just,
did?
yeah, yeah. Oh, bro, it was as smooth as silk, man. It was great. It was
Hell
great.
yeah.
I
Hell
love I
yeah.
love sliding a good word in there, especially my wife's family. They're doctors and nurses and people who are pretty well read, and so when I can slide in there and sound like I'm part of that, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah. Nice.
But
They
so
think
this
you were
one,
smarter than
yeah, they did. Well, at least in that instance, I thought I was smart. They know deep down. They're like, Ryan, he's this the family jester that we bring along with us.
you. It'd be funny if, like, after you guys leave, they're like, did you hear him use that word in the wrong context?
Yeah, that's probably exactly what happened. He's just as stupid as we knew he was.
A simpleton.
Yeah. All right. So this new one. Let's see here. Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral. Do you want to take a guess as to what it might mean?
Ooh, ephemeral. An artery?
No, no.
Ephemeral artery?
The no, it's not an ephemeral artery. Um, but there is something like that though. It's is it? There's got to be. I think there is a femoral artery.
Doesn't that sound right? Ephemeral artery?
It does sound right. You check that. I'm going to throw out some definitions. So ephemeral. Um, Ephemeral. Ephemeral, lasting for a markedly brief time, having a short lifespan, or excuse me, wow, man, having a short lifespan or a short annual period of above ground growth, used especially for plants. Third definition, beginning and ending in a day, existing only and no longer than a day. So it just means for a short time.
Just means for a short time.
Yep,
Ephemeral?
yep,
Oh.
ephemeral. So
What we're thinking is called just femoral without the A.
ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
Okay, ephemeral. So the word of the week is ephemeral for
Ephemeral.
lasting for a brief time. So see if we can slide it in there, folks. Ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
E P
Yeah, I'm
H
gonna try.
E M E R A L.
It starts with an E?
Yeah,
Oh, it's okay. Ephemeral.
yeah.
Lasting for a very short time. Ephemeral. I'm a bit of a ephemeral
Don't say.
lovemaker.
I knew, dude, as soon as I found that word this morning, I'm like, well, one of us is gonna say it. I'm an ephemeral lover. We all know that.
I'm a lover.
Oh man. All right, so I got a debate for you because I think we need to think about this one just for a quick second. So, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
100 duck-sized horses.
I feel like that should be the easy answer, right? You just start
Yeah,
kicking them away.
yeah.
But
It's only 100.
so I know, but those little hooves, man, they start scratching at your calves. You're gonna be all bloody.
Yeah, but they. Yeah, I guess.
Because what if it's like a house cat where they have like a bunch of power so they can jump? You know what I mean? Because
That,
horses are pretty athletic.
yeah, that might help me though because then I got my arm cardio, bop bop
You could,
bop, blast in the air, kicking. Yeah.
God forbid you could catch one of those little hooves in the eye.
Oh, that's true. But a horse-sized duck would swallow you whole. I feel like just like "Ah."
Well, and ducks are kind of mean too. Like they
They
got
are.
that mean streak about them. So,
They got the claws. I can't see them. They're little, but when you're a horse size, they're probably pretty big.
oh, I didn't
The
even think
damage are.
about that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's I don't know, but man, that small duck head and well, I guess if they're big, I don't know, man. I feel like one good uppercut from you though,
From a horse-sized duck.
you could blast that bill right off its face.
Oh man, I don't know. If I could get on its back, I think I could choke it out.
Or maybe you could tame it. And then you have a vehicle to fly everywhere.
That's true.
Can you
You
imagine
know what? Change my answer. I'm going to tame this thing.
can you imagine tying that thing up to the bike rack at Meyer?
Giant duck.
Yeah. Got saddlebags on it for your groceries.
Man, it'd be so cool if we could fly giant birds.
Oh, it'd be so awesome. Like what was that, Avatar? You connect with the bird, fly
Yeah.
around with it. That'd be
Connect with
sweet.
my duck. Like,
Connect with that. Ah, our brains are connected. Dude, did you know that ducks now I guess how you classify it, but I guess ducks have a high affinity to rape.
dude,
Did you hear
that's
about this?
so weird that you said that because I'm like, I knew that random fact about ducks. I'm like, how funny it would be if he just said that. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's in my mind, there's no way you're gonna say that. I
Yeah.
did know that.
Yeah, that's the have you ever seen their doodads? They're like a little
The
corkscrew.
first crew? Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy. Well, because I guess
I have a hobby of looking at animal penises.
any
Okay.
particular reason? I was gonna say, don't cover it up now. You said it.
But I did know about this corkscrew duck raping thing.
Yeah, it's well, and I guess dolphins do it too. So you got to watch out for dolphins when you're swimming with them because if they like you, they might try to get after it.
Dolphins?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They like to try to get after it a bit.
Hmm.
Hey, so this is something that we talked about a long time ago in a text message, and it just popped in my mind. There's a website where you can send animal feces to people,
Yeah.
and you know about it.
Yeah.
And you did you say
So
you've done it?
so I was arguing with this guy on the internet, and through my game, World of Warcraft,
Okay.
and he was just being like some kind of tough guy, and
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I would beat the shit out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like he
yeah.
was talking. He's like, and I had this guy just going, like
Okay.
really really pissed, and I'm like, where do you live? And he literally sent me his address. You know what I
Oh
mean? And
my
normally
gosh.
I think he would have sent me a fake address, but this dude was so pissed. He's like, come on. Uh so I took that address and I sent him horse shit through the mail. and
That's hilarious.
I put it from my character name in the game, so he
Oh,
knew it
that's
was me.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever I wonder if he was the one who received it.
I hope so. I hope so.
If not, it's what a misfortune to get that package.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, how do you even think of a website like that? And how do you collect all that different amount of poo?
I think legally you can only send certain poos because they're classified as fertilizer.
Okay, that is wild.
So I can't send my own shit to the mail.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Yeah, because I just wondered how that worked. I know I had a friend whose mom was less than stellar growing up to him, and one Christmas he sent her a bag of dicks, which is these gummy penises,
Huh?
and she got really upset and made a post about it on Facebook, and
That's amazing.
yeah, which made it even more hilarious because she like took a picture of it and like I don't know who would send me a bag of dicks. I don't know, just really irate about it, and yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Something I've always wanted to do, bit of a Grinch move, really,
Okay.
is get like some just sex toy, wrap it, put it to grandma, shove it under somebody else's tree that I know, and
Oh,
then
no.
grandma gets this thing. It's like super awkward because she has this huge dildo or something. She's like, "What?" You know what I mean?
You're never coming in my house during Christmas. I can't run the risk. Never ever,
Can't run the risk.
never, never ever. You've been uninvited to any Christmas things at my house.
Can you imagine, dude?
Well, I saw this video? I think it was this Christmas. Somebody had given their grandma lingerie, and she opened it up. And she was, "Oh my gosh," just like appalled. And the grandpa was like, "Hmm." He said, "All right." I thought that was awesome.
That is amazing.
All right, so let's move away from animal feces and sex toys and you got a dad moment this week?
Oh, hard gear change. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's take that left turn and come back to the road.
uh, let's see. Nothing I could think of. Man, I always do this. I'm bad at this. I always when things happen, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna remember this for
Yeah.
I gotta start writing them down. Um, oh, something that was funny is Eva put Piper. We have like these long tubes that they can crawl through for fun. It's like they're
Yeah.
multicolored kind of things,
Yep.
and Eva was like trapping her on both sides, like pillows. And she's like, "Nothing to see here." I'm
Yeah.
like, "What's in the tube?" Nothing. Nothing to see here. It's just like over and over. There's nothing to see here. That's so
Child
funny.
screaming in the tube. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Dude,
a nice
we
little appetizer for the wars to come.
you what?
Oh, we said a little appetizer for the wars to come
Yeah,
between
yeah,
sisters.
yeah. I'm kind of curious how that's gonna, because your daughters are nearly the same age apart as my daughter, so I'm interested to see how this dynamic will play out when they get older among sisters.
Oh, if they're gonna be like friends or enemies.
Yeah, yeah. So we're desperately pushing like, hey, like you got to watch out for her. She's your little sister. Like, trying to be like put this little bit of protector inside of her of like, hey, this is your sister. You're responsible. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's all sisterly love until somebody puts two toaster strudel frosting packs on one toaster strudel.
It's I want to bring this up to her family next get together. I want to let everybody know that if you're ever wondering what happened to the toaster strudel frostings,
You should.
I
You should.
I think I'm gonna call her out. Yeah, I think it's the only way to get down to the
I'm
bottom
gonna
of this
call her
problem.
out. Yeah,
This might cause family controversy.
I love it. It's a great
So
idea.
so my dad moment of the week. So we went up to the dog sled races this week in Marquette, and it was a ton of fun. Um, and where we posted up to watch them come down is they come down Washington Street, and it's a big hill, and they turn and they go out. I can't remember. I think it's Washington, and it takes them out somewhere. Anyway, so we're standing at the bottom of it, and we've been out there, and it was cold, and the kids were having fun, but then you know how it is with kids. There comes a breaking point where they're fine, and then they're not. They're just like they just kind of fall apart. And so
They're over it. Yeah.
yeah, so we were coming to the end of us wanting to be there, just because it was getting colder and we had a gaggle of kids to take care of because the whole family was together. And my daughter she just the dam broke and I'm so cold, I want to go back to Papa's, and just tears. And so I'm like, all right, let's go. So I'm hiking up, do you remember that hill, Washington Street? It's like basically almost straight up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, probably so many accidents when it's icy.
Oh, dude, people were falling all over the place, which was, nobody got hurt, so it was actually pretty funny watching people fall. Um, so I'm hiking up this hill. I got her, and she's bawling, and her whole thing because she watches Paw Patrol. So pups, hey pups, we're gonna go rescue. So as the
Yeah.
dogs would go by, she'd always yell, "Go pups, go pups, go!" So she's falling apart, and I'm carrying her up the hill. I want to go to Papa's. The sled would go by, "Go pups, go!" I want to go to
Oh, that's so
Papa's.
cute.
Yeah, it was really cute. I thought it was
Oh,
pretty funny.
let's go.
Go pups, go! Just tears rolling. So but it was
Jesus on the case.
yeah, Chase is on the case. So it was fun, man. It was a good time, and she got to play up at my brother-in-law's farm. He's got cattle and all that stuff too. So just
I
having
saw
all the
that. That was cool.
yeah, dude. She has no okay. Kids with no fear. She scares me because she walked right up to one of the biggest cows and got right in its face and was like, "Let me see your teeth." And she was like grabbing at its nose. I'm like, "Don't do that." Like this
Let me
is
see your teeth.
yeah. So, and the cows were really sweet. I mean, the ones that didn't want to be near you didn't come near you, and the ones that were better off with people would come close to you. But you just got to watch out for their horns because it's not like they're trying to hit you, but they just kind of
They're just
walk
going like,
along, and
yeah.
yeah. So
Those are the Scottish Highlander cows or whatever they are.
yeah, it's a blend of a Scottish Highland and a Angus cow.
Oh, okay. They're
Yeah.
cool
So
looking.
dude, it's cool too. And one just had a baby the night before we went out to the field that next day. So that was, brand new baby, umbilical cord still attached. And it makes sense, but when you don't know something, you're like, oh, so that's how that works. So we went out there and the mom had just finished gnawing off the umbilical cord. You could see her out there just crunching on that thing. I was like, oh wow, I guess that is how that works.
That's how they make hot dogs, bro.
Dude,
Just kidding.
uh, hot dogs, man, that's a whole nother subject. Are you a hot dog guy?
I didn't like them for many years, but Eva has been eating hot dogs, so
Okay.
I had a couple the other day. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good.
You got to get those Kogels, man. The Kogels. That's
Kogels.
Yeah, Kogels. They're made here in Michigan. They're real good.
Oh, yep, yeah. They
Yep.
have the little crunch to them.
Ooh, they're nice. Love them.
It's good. I
Yeah.
like them.
Oh, brother. Well, anything else, man? I gotta go to work at some point here.
All right, no, go to work.
All right, man. Well, check us out on Spotify, Rumble, and YouTube. And for social medias, check us out on Instagram, Threads, and X. We post daily. We post more stuff than just the podcast stuff. We always find some fun videos to post up. So check us out. And yeah, that's all I got, brother. I will see you later.
See ya.